We killed it.
French.
Bonjour et bienvenue sur Kaiju Review.
What?
Oh, pardon my French. Hello and welcome to Kaiju Review.
Hey guys, don't tell anyone about this, but Protomet is terrified of worms.
You were supposed to tell.
So today, we're looking at a movie that includes giant worms. Tremors.
In the small town of Perfection, Nevada, Valentine McGeek and Earl Bassett are at work as handymen. On the way to a job, the pair meet up with a seismologist, Rhonda Liebex, who checks out odd vibrations in the area. In town, they stop at a local store run by Walter Chang and have a chat with Bert and Heather Gummer.
A small tremor occurs outside of town, and something under the ground follows Rhonda as she heads to her truck and drives away. Val and Earl stop by a job to move garbage, then stop by the home of the idiot kid Melvin to empty a cesspool, which goes about as well as you'd expect. Val and Earl decide to leave town for Bixby, but on the way out of town, a local, Nancy, offers them a job and free beer.
Free beer? I'm in.
Yet they still decide to skip town.
On the outskirts of town, the pair find one of the locals up on an electrical tower. They quickly learn that the man died from dehydration, though why is a mystery.
Dang, that guy really should have had some of that free beer.
Elsewhere, a herd of sheep seem riled up, and the farmer soon learns why.
On the way out of town again, Val and Earl stop at the farm, which is in shambles, and find the farmer's head. Earl tries to warn road workers about a killer, and the guy with the jackhammer gets killed while the other is crushed by a landslide. The pair return to town but learn that the phones aren't working. When they try to leave town again, they learn of the landslide that's blocked the road out of town.
This town has bad luck.
The duo seem to get caught on something, but manage to get free. When they return to town, the pair find a large snake-like thing attached to their truck.
What the baguette is that thing? Get away. Get away.
Bert thinks there's some kind of mutation, and that there might be more out there.
An old couple are spending time with each other when their generator goes out.
You sure this is where it was?
It was right here. There's the cord.
Or disappears. The husband tries to pull up the generator when something spits it out of the ground. The husband gets pulled into the ground as his wife tries to save him, to no avail. A snake-like thing lashes out at her as she runs for the station wagon, turning on the radio in the process. But she's not safe yet, as something big pulls the station wagon underground.
Holy cripes, those things must be really big.
Everyone gathers at the store to discuss what to do about the creatures and being cut off from the other towns. Val and Earl head out on horseback to reach Bixby, while the Gummers head out to the surrounding areas and maybe find Rhonda to let her know what's up. Melvin pulls a prank on the others, and Bert tells him off for it.
Kid.
Out on the range, Val and Earl hear the faint sound of music and dig up part of the vehicle that got pulled underground. They proceed to run like heck, and their horses freak out before one is pulled underground.
No, not the horses.
They soon realize that the snake-like things from earlier was just a tongue for this much larger creature that begins chasing them. They leap over the water canal, and the creature falls, smashing into concrete. Rhonda arrives, wondering if they will notice anything strange, then spots the crack in the concrete.
Rhonda is astonished by the size of the creature, which the three dig up. Val and Earl talk about turning a buck off the dead worm when Rhonda claims that there may be about 3 other monsters like this. When one approaches as they head for Rhonda's truck, they flee up onto a rock and learn that it can't find them on the rock.
They got a rock.
Yeah!
Val thinks the creatures might be the result of atomic mutation, while Rhonda thinks they might be older than even the dinosaurs. Earl thinks they're aliens. As the group tries to leave the rock, they learn that the creatures have just been waiting for them. Rhonda realizes that the creatures can sense vibration in the ground to find prey. Rhonda suggests they use poles to vault between the rocks until they can get back to her truck.
This might take a little while.
The trio get back into town and tell the others of the massive creatures, and learn they can't contact the Gummers. As they talk about what to do, Walter decides to name the creatures graboids. Rhonda suggests that they head to the mountains to escape.
Smart people.
Melvin gets scared up a pole as the graboids have come to town. Nancy's daughter Mindy unintentionally attracts attention by bouncing on her pogo stick, but Val saves her. While running from the graboids, Rhonda gets caught in some barbed wire, and Val saves her, but not her pants.
She lost her pants. Pants.
Val gets her a new pair of pants in the shop when one of the graboids bursts through the floor of the shop, grabbing Walter and forcing everyone to flee to the roof.
Poor Walter! It should have been Melvin! It should have been Melvin!
Though Rhonda is separated from the others, she manages to climb the nearby water tower to safety.
Arriving home, Bert tries to contact the others via radio. They pull the radio up to the roof. The Gummers accidentally attract one of the graboids, which bursts through their reinforced wall of their basement. The Gummers fire round after round into the beast with little effect. Using his elephant gun, Bert managed to finally kill the graboid, and Val informs him that 2 more remain.
The Gummers soon learn that their weapons can't penetrate the dirt to kill the other graboids. Earl tells them to get their truck ready when one of the graboids returns to town. The citizens realize the graboids are starting to learn how to get to them by trying to knock down the buildings. Another citizen is grabbed by the graboid.
Heather informs the survivors that they're on their way back to town to pick them up. Unfortunately, the graboid gets to the truck first. Earl decides to hook up an old semi-trailer to a bulldozer and transport everyone out of town, hoping the graboids won't be able to get them.
Man, people are smart in this town.
They decide to use a small tractor to create a distraction to lure the graboids away while they get their trailer hitched. When the tractor tips over, Rhonda tells Val to stop moving and the graboid loses track of him, while everyone makes noise to further distract the big worm.
Val gets the trailer hitched and everyone heads out of town. The Gummers make bombs as the others swing by to pick them up. As they head towards the mountain, the bulldozer gets caught in a trap set by the graboids. Bert feeds one of the graboids one of the bombs and it gets injured in the blast.
Rhonda suggests they use a bomb to distract the graboids while they make for the mountains. The plan fails as the graboids ignore the next bomb and makes for them, trapping them on a rock.
Ah, crud. That's not good.
Everyone gets into an argument over who's at fault for getting everyone stuck.
Bert considers becoming a suicide bomber to kill a graboid that gives Earl an idea. Using a bomb as bait, they kill another graboid, leaving a gory mess and 1 graboid left. Trying it a second time only results in the graboid launching the bomb back at them.
Clever girl.
With Val, Earl, and Rhonda stuck out in the dirt and only 1 bomb, Val decides to follow through with Bert's suicide idea, using themselves as bait for the last graboid. Val ends up being chased to the edge of a cliff. He throws the bomb, which misses, but the blast launches the graboid, and Val jumps out of the way at the last second, sending the graboid flying through the cliff and crashing to the rocks below.
With the last graboid dead, everyone starts rebuilding their lives. Earl and Val opt to head out and tell the world what happened. At Earl's urging, Val hooks up with Rhonda as the film comes to an end.
Awesome Fogwa movie.
Bish, yeah, this movie is awesome.
I recommend this movie if you've never seen it. You'll like it.
We both highly recommend this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Go check out Tremors. Well, for Gamezillong and Kaiju Review, this is me, Protomet,
I'm Tank.
signing out.
Peace.
Hey, check this out! I found the ass end!